Why not us? Why not now? That was the rally cry for West Virginia football in 1996. It was the theme that fueled momentum in good times and provided a source of encouragement through rough stretches. The '96 football season brought many different emotions. This unit would have to stay strong to succeed. The goal was to win, but it would not be achieved without everyone working as one. This simple theme united a group of Mountaineers and kept them on a journey to success. It was a long journey, and one to which every Mountaineer was committed. Along the way, fun was shared, tears were shed, and history was made. Why not us? Why not now? The 1996 West Virginia University football highlights are presented by United National Bank. Why not West Virginia? The Mountaineers had leaders on offense in quarterback Chad Johnston and stellar receivers Rashawn Vanderpool and David Saunders. The defense had the chance to be one of the best in school history, with such standouts as Canute Curtis, Bernard Russ, and big play performers in the secondary. Why not now? With a veteran coaching staff, 1996 provided a golden opportunity for an experienced team, hungry for yet another winning season and a 10th bowl appearance under Don Nehlen. The task at hand was to put it all together and stay focused for 11 games. Rallying behind this spirited theme, the Mountaineers embarked on their journey. It all started on August the 31st in Pittsburgh. A national audience looked on as West Virginia opened the season against Pitt in the backyard brawl. A nervous tension filled Pitt Stadium. It was important for both teams to get off to a good start. Every player knew that a win in the brawl could set the tone for the rest of the season. On just their third play from scrimmage, the Mountaineers broke through.
Handoff given to Zeraway. Zeraway breaks over the left side. Look at him go. Look out, they're not going to catch him. They don't catch him. Amos Zeraway going for the touchdown, traveling almost 70 yards.
And when I got that first carry and I just went distance 69 yards, I mean, it was just a chill that went through my body. It was like, wow. You know, my first college carry, it was just like a big thing for me and the whole team.
Who was this nifty little freshman wearing the West Virginia uniform? Before the evening was over, Amos Zeraway became a household name. The running back was full of excitement, and he thrilled the Mountaineer faithful with 135 yards rushing. Zeraway sparked an offense that scored 34 points. While the offense was putting points on the board, the Mountaineer defense was having fun of its own. Taking great pride in keeping the Pitt side of the scoreboard dark, the defense laid the foundation for what many would call the best unit in West Virginia history. Canute Curtis, Bernard Russ, Henry Slay, Van Washington, Mike Logan, and Charles Emmanuel terrorized Pitt and held the Panthers to just 101 yards of total offense.
They've got beef up front. They can stop the run. They got linebackers that I think are excellent and probably one of the best secondaries in college football.
It was the start that the Mountaineers needed. Confidence was gained and victory achieved. West Virginia 34, Pitt nothing.
We're back, baby. We back. West Virginia's back.
I've been around here for a long time. For my money, that's the biggest victory we've had in the opener because it's Pitt. That's bigger than this.
Well, you know, we had a lot of questions going in about the offense. We felt our defense played really well the year before. It was just up to the offense whether we could kick into gear and score some points to get some wins. And we wanted to have a good showing, and we came out firing that night.
I don't think you can minimize the importance of the great victory we had in '96 at Pitt, because you have to understand that was the first Big East game of the year. We had finished the season in '95 with Pitt, and this game was on national television. Plus Pitt and West Virginia, this is the backyard brawl. This is the game we measure our team with. And this is the team we wanted to beat and beat badly, and we went up there and shut them out.
The home opener provided a different kind of challenge for West Virginia. The Mountaineers were expected to beat Western Michigan. Could they do it and not have a letdown? The answer was yes. With his 149 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, Zeraway proved he was not a one-game wonder. And thanks to the Mountaineer defense, a trend was developing. Zeraway again outrushed the opponent's rushing totals. It was a streak that would last 7 games. Every fan knew who Amos was. He was the talk of the state and became the first Mountaineer to rush for more than 100 yards in his first 2 games. There was excitement surrounding Amos and West Virginia football. You could sense that more good things were in store. 1 week later, it was Zeraway again who outrushed the entire East Carolina squad on his way to 117 yards. The Mountaineers sacked ECU quarterback Marcus Crandall 3 times and picked off 3 of his passes to cause him total frustration. A classic defensive struggle ended in the game's final seconds when East Carolina elected to go for the win instead of overtime.
Crandall takes the snap. Crandall dropping back, being pressured, throws into the end zone. The pass is incomplete. No good, no good, no good.
The defensive effort again was superb, and the unit started to draw national attention as the Mountaineers broke into the national rankings. But with his 3 straight 100-yard rushing games, the early season attention was on Amos.
It makes me very proud of, what I've accomplished so far.
West Virginia traveled to Purdue in the heart of Big Ten country in search of its 4th victory. Like East Carolina, the Boilermakers had beaten the Mountaineers the year before, and revenge was becoming sweet. The win was made even sweeter when linebacker Knute Curtis became the school's all-time sack leader with his first of 4 sacks in the game. The Butkus Award candidate was truly a nightmare for opposing offenses.
It meant a lot to me, and I'm just glad I got it over with quick so the team can worry about winning ball games instead of worrying about Knute Curtis getting the sack record.
Maryland was also a team that had defeated West Virginia the year before. Coach Nealon didn't like to refer to revenge, but the feeling was there. Payback number 3 would come at Mountaineer Field. When Amos rushed for 42 yards on 3rd and 41, fans knew it was going to be a special night for the Mountaineers.
Draw play instead, Zeraway, look out! Famous Amos! Are you believing this? He's got the first down!
To get a first down on 3rd and 41, that's something that's really unusual. And when I got it, when I got up after the hit, I just looked around and was like, wow, I don't believe this happened.
The play will go down as one of the most remembered during the '96 campaign. The run set up the game's only touchdown and ignited the entire stadium.
Johnston, toss play, Zeraway heading to the end zone. He's in, untouched, touchdown, West Virginia!
As great as the scoring drive was, this evening belonged to the defense. Each week, Don Nealon said his defense had turned in its best performance of the year, only to amend that statement the following game. On its way to being ranked the #1 unit in the country, the Mountaineer defense kept getting better and better with each passing week. Topping the previous week's performance was becoming the norm, but it would be hard to beat the defensive effort against Maryland. Coordinator Steve Dunlap had assembled perhaps the best defense in WVU history. Against Maryland, it was total domination by the Mountaineers. The Terps never crossed midfield and settled for 62 yards of total offense. It was the second shutout of the season. No other Nealon defense had ever recorded 2 in the same season. At 5-0, West Virginia was winning with defense.
They're a real tight unit. They've been together for a long time. They believe in each other. They believe in the scheme. They believe in the coaches. And they can believe they can get it done. And that's what's made us the #1 team.
We're all out there playing for each other. You know, we're not going out here pointing no fingers if something go wrong. We're regrouping each other. We're out here just having fun and making plays, and that's all that counts.
We blitzed, we sent corners, we sent linebackers, and we challenged our defense. Do you want to play like this? If you want to play like this, then we're going to be weak over here and weak over here. We better get to that guy. They accepted the challenge and did a great job.
It was only a matter of time before quarterback Chad Johnston and the offense broke loose. It happened in Week 6 against Boston College. Returning after being slammed to the turf in the first quarter, Johnston played like a man possessed. He passed for 354 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 34-17 romp.
I was only a 3-step drop, and the guy just came around and slung me and spun me around, and the first thing to hit was my face. I mean, I had turf burn on my face and broke my face mask, kind of knocked me out there for a second, but I had to come out of the game, and the doctors weren't going to let me go back in at first, and which made me mad. And then once I got back on the field, I was determined to go down and score. I wasn't going to, let them know that they got the best of me.
Receivers David Saunders and Rashawn Vanderpool each went over 100 yards receiving. And cornerback Perlo Bastine even scored for a proud defensive unit that recorded 10 sacks on the day.
Parker got belted, and Bastine is rumbling toward the end zone. Perlo Bastine will score.
The first half of the season was complete, and West Virginia was the first team in the country to qualify for a bowl. The Mountaineers were having fun at 6-0.
And I said, as long as we don't make mistakes and play possession-type ball, we got a chance. And we were very, very happy at that time. And you know, when you put it all together, I suppose we surprised a lot of people because we were an average football team in '95.
In many ways, it can be tough to play Temple in a sparse veteran stadium. However, the job at hand for the Mountaineers was to win, no matter what. A Chad Johnston to Rashawn Vanderpool scoring strike got the day off to a good start. And Mike Logan turned in some fireworks of his own.
Logan is back deep once again. The kick is a short one. Logan comes up for it. He takes it at the 40-yard line. Logan trying to get around right in. He's still on his feet at midfield. Mike Logan breaking down the sidelines. Logan takes it in for the touchdown.
A 14-0 lead was all the Mountaineer defense needed. Getting in on the fun, Charles Fisher and Charles Emanuel recorded fumble recoveries for touchdowns to dispose of the Owls. The showdown was set. 11th-ranked West Virginia was ready to host the Miami Hurricanes on national TV.
And you could just feel the electricity in the air. We knew it was going to be something special that weekend, and you know, everyone was flowing. We felt it. And we had a great week of practice. The school, I mean, there was electricity flying around. The students were excited. So much going on campus. So it was a great atmosphere to be involved with.
A sellout crowd rocked Mountaineer Field as fans were treated to college football at its finest. A scoreless first half was highlighted by fine defensive play from both teams. Filling in for the injured Amos Zeraway, Kare Mott and Alvin Swoop kept the Mountaineer offense knocking on the door. With Miami leading 3-0 in the third quarter, Mike Logan ignited the crowd and his teammates with what he's known for, making the big play.
Short drop, and he throws a quick out, and it's intercepted by Logan.
The interception set up a go-ahead touchdown by Alvin Swoop. The score was 7-3, and Mountaineer Field went crazy.
Alvin Swoop with his first touchdown of the season from 1 yard away.
We love the crowd, love it. I tell you, it's a great experience to step out on the field when you have 70,000 people yelling at you, and it's for you, cheering for you. You're at home playing in a big ball game. We love that. We thrive off them. They get rowdy, we get rowdy.
With a quarter and a half left, the Mountaineer defense took charge and had the Hurricanes shaking their heads in confusion. Then, with only 29 seconds left to play, the unbelievable happened.
He got it. Tremaine Mack got the block, and they hand the ball off and into the end zone for a touchdown.
An eerie silence fell over Mountaineer Field. The undefeated season was over, and the nation's second longest winning streak had ended. Trying to forget, trying to put the blocked punt in the past seemed impossible, but it had to be done. Syracuse was coming to town. The final home game for the seniors, network television, and an orange attack led by Donovan McNabb seemed like enough to get the Mountaineers on the right track, but it just wasn't meant to be. The Orange men capitalized early on Mountaineer mistakes, including 2 more blocked punts to seize command of the game. The losses to Miami and Syracuse were certainly the low points of the season. 2 defeats in a row dropped the Mountaineers from the national rankings. But Nealon knew that this team had come too far to quit. It was still capable of playing excellent football. It was time to move on.
Well, after the Miami and Syracuse losses, that was a tough time for my team, especially after the Miami game, because the Miami game cost us the Syracuse game. Against Miami, we played magnificent. We played as hard as we could play. We made very few mistakes. The offense controlled the ball. The defense annihilated them. And it was just a great football game. And lo and behold, with 25 seconds to go, we get a punt block. They run it in for a score, and we lose. Then we come to the Syracuse game, and we're a victim of the Miami game, and we don't play. After that game, we were 7-2 with 2 remaining. And I said, hey, gang, you got a chance to have a great year. You got to forget those 2 games and get on with it. And we went up to Rutgers and played very, very well again.
West Virginia football got healthy again on November the 9th at Rutgers. The defense was a force, as always. Special teams took on a new look, and the offense hit on all cylinders.
Chad bootlegs and rolls out. Plenty of field ahead. He fires downfield. Wide open. Sean Foreman catches at the 10, to the 5, end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Toss play. Here's Alvin Swoop, tries to turn the corner off the right. He's got it to the 45, breaks free. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, tripped up just shy. Give him the touchdown.
Chad Johnson was spectacular, throwing for 3 touchdowns. Receivers David Saunders and Sean Foreman put on a clinic and accounted for 342 receiving yards. The 178 yards to Saunders and the 164 yards to Foreman rank among WVU's best. The running game was getting healthy again. And fans even got a glimpse of the future as backup quarterback Mark Bulger threw for 2 touchdowns.
Breaking out against Rutgers was, I think, big for us because of going into Virginia Tech game. You know, knew we were going to face the same defense, so I felt like, you know, putting up those kind of numbers and those points really gives us some momentum going into that last game.
On defense, the 96 bunch set the school's all-time single-season record for sacks. 7 sacks against Rutgers gave the Mountaineers the all-time mark, and deservingly so. What better year to break the WVU team sack record than one that featured perhaps the best all-around defensive player in school history? Canute Curtis learned in the days following the Rutgers victory that he was now a finalist for the prestigious Butkus Award, as well as a finalist for the Bronco Nagurski Award. He also became a Football News All-American, and honors were starting to pour in. He would become the school's 8th consensus All-American, the 6th under Don Nealon.
Playing linebacker is really a lot of fun. You get to do a lot of different things. You get to rush the quarterback. You get to sack the quarterback.
Sacked by Canute Curtis.
Drop back in coverage.
The play action rolling again is Dickin, and he's picked off. Canute Curtis with the interception.
Just being a leader out in the defense and kind of controlling things out there is what I like best. Maybe my second year, Coach Calab, that's when they put me down in three-point stands, and Coach Calab said that I was a natural pass rusher and that I would be the best pass rusher in West Virginia history. And when Coach Calab says something, you better live up to it, and I just tried to live up to it and made it my goal and accomplished it.
Mountaineers stacking it up front. Dickens looking deep downfield, and he's brought down. Canute Curtis with the sack, and that one will put him in the record books.
I think it was in everyone's mind, you know, every whole teammates, and everyone knew when I was getting closer to it and closer to it. And like I said, it was a big relief when I did get it, so we can go on and worry about things we need to worry about instead of Canute Curtis getting sacked. My role is just to do what Canute Curtis is able to do, and my job is just to basically just do what I can and hopefully win.
The win at Rutgers left the Mountaineers at 8-2 and back in the national rankings. One game left, a Big East clash at Virginia Tech that would decide the bowl future of both teams.
10 are down and the biggest one still to come. Will the Mountaineers spend their holiday season galloping in the Gator or grazing around Graceland? The answer is forthcoming.
A sunny November afternoon set the scene for this classic border rivalry. Tech grabbed an early 10-0 lead before Chad Johnston engineered an 8-play, 52-yard drive that ended with a gutsy touchdown strike on 4th and goal.
Zeroaway and White, the backs. The fake to the pitch. Johnston throws. Touchdown! Saunders!
Still trailing in the second half, the Mountaineer offense started chewing up yards against the Hokie defense. Running back Alvin Swoop brought the Mountaineers to within 10 when he scampered 16 yards early in the fourth quarter.
Sprint draw handoff here. Swoop cuts it inside of the 15. He's at the 10 to the 5. Alvin Swoop, end zone touchdown, West Virginia.
The Mountaineer offense was moving the ball, but sputtered on key second half drives which sealed the Virginia Tech victory. However, the day wasn't a total disappointment. Receiver David Saunders was a great offensive weapon all year for the Mountaineers and set the single-season reception record against Tech.
That made me feel very special to come out and all the tradition that goes into West Virginia football, and to have myself break a record like that, I mean, that's a great accomplishment.
At 8-3, West Virginia was rewarded with an invitation to play in the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. A bowl game is an honor for any squad, and this team deserved it.
Well, you know, we're very excited to have West Virginia University playing North Carolina on New Year's Day on NBC television at 12:30. We've got the #1 and the #2 defenses in the country playing each other. We think we're going to have a great game, and it'll be the culmination of a weeks-long worth of activities. And we like to say that we throw the best party in America, and maybe a college football game will break out on January 1.
We're extremely pleased and proud to be going to the Gator Bowl. We're pleased to play a team as good as North Carolina because they're one of the premier teams in the country. And I think some people wondered about our selection, but you have to understand the Gator Bowl had 3 teams to choose from. We all 3 had the same record. But when you put the total package together, the best team and the best matchup, West Virginia versus North Carolina.
The '96 football season saw the Mountaineers rally behind a cause to win. Veterans took charge when needed, and postseason honors poured in. But what made this season special was the team's togetherness through winning and losing. When things went right, the Mountaineers worked harder to keep them right. When things went wrong, extra effort was spent to correct and improve. A winning season brought the satisfaction of seeing a project through. Everyone on this team wanted to win, and this group of men found what it took and followed that path. Why not us? Why not now? It was a simple and yet powerful theme. When bumps occurred along the road, this theme served as a reminder that it could be done. The project to win was a success, and with it came memories that will last a lifetime. The 1996 West Virginia University football highlights have been presented by United National Bank. This has been a presentation of MSN, the Mountaineer Sports Network.